Welcome to another edition of Misfit One Lifestyles. I'm your host, Elizabeth Colen, also known as Misfit One. Listen, there's this old saying that the body benefits from movement and the mind benefits from stillness. And my guest today is going to talk all about meditation and her journey in this fitness game. Welcome, Tasha Mack. How are you?
Oh, thank you. I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. So listen, I went on your Instagram because I'm a stalker like that. Like,
Aren't we all? Aren't we all though?
and I love how you call it the Mac Squad. What do you call your group?
Yes, they're the Mack Squad. Shout out to the Mack Squad, and they're amazing. They hate me usually Monday through Friday. They love me on Saturdays and Sundays when we meditate and do yoga.
Love it. I love it. So let's talk about what you do.
Okay. So I am a group fitness trainer and a meditation coach. I will say that I am in love with being a meditation coach right now. I love being a trainer as well. And basically what I do Monday through Sunday is train anyone and everyone who's ready
Okay.
how to be fit. I want them to basically, my thing is be your own body goals. We see a lot of people on Instagram and Facebook, and I want you to motivate, I want other people to motivate you, but I also want you to be who you want to be.
Right, right. That's a good point. I have my clients, they have to I make them go online and
Mhm.
find a celebrity that's their height, their built, so that we can have because some people think 130 is this and 120 is that. And I said, listen, you got to find that height, that build, and then give it to me. And then that way their mind
Right.
also resonate with that size. And it's an unconscious thing. So you're right. I love that.
Yeah, I want them to understand that it's a lifestyle. This is a lifestyle that we live. This is not a diet. I'll never forget, I had a client about a week ago. She was so discouraged. She was just like, we've been doing this for like 2 months. I haven't lost anything. And I'm like, I understand. She's like, and I'm on this diet. I'm like, let's stop there. This isn't a diet. Like, this is a lifestyle. I want you
Right.
to be completely sold to it Monday through Sunday. And then she sent me a message like 2 days ago. She's like, I've lost 13 pounds. And I'm like, really?
Ah, wow. I fancy that. You know, it was so funny. Yeah, you're right. They do that all the time. They want instant,
Yep.
instant
Mhm. Instant
results,
gratification. Instant gratification. I
instant
call it
gratification.
the microwave.
Microwave
Fix.
babies.
Yep. That's what I
That's
call
what my
it.
dad would always say about us. Y'all microwave babies. You want everything real fast right now.
And we
And
are. We are. Don't get me wrong. We are. We are completely micro. I'm a microwave baby.
right,
In the
me too.
beginning of millennials, I'm a microwave baby, and I want it quick. And I'm not gonna lie, I would love. There are days I always tell them, I'm like, there are days I call it fluffy. I'll say I feel fluffy, but guess what? I'm not gonna feel that way in 4 or 5 days because I'm gonna figure out what I've done wrong. I'm gonna look at my diet and I'm gonna say, what have you done wrong? Okay, so maybe I shouldn't have had that pizza because that
Okay,
doesn't.
so I like how you say that wrong. What does that mean to you? What have I done wrong?
What have I done wrong? What am I not doing correctly? And I like my girls because believe it or not, oddly enough, it's so weird. The Max Squad is a group of women. And I have attracted all of these women, which is
Hmm.
odd because I have a podcast that I'm on, and it's my sister and my sister-in-law, and we have a podcast, and nothing but men listen to us. And I have a Mac moment section where it's all about fitness. So it's nothing but men. I look at the numbers; it's always men. But then
Right.
all the people that sign up are women. So
Well,
it's really
because
odd.
men attracted to your looks and beauty. They like, oh, look at those beautiful women. We gonna.
Or as they say, or I've heard someone tell me, I'm trying to figure out like what's in your mind. So yeah, let's see what's in the woman's mind. What's a woman thinking? And there's all
Right.
different generations. But with women, I've learned that we want to know why. And
Right.
so I've seen where with the Mac Squad consists of different pods. It's kind of started due to, and if I'm talking too much, please stop me.
No, girl, come through. Just
Okay.
listen. You, it's all you. It's all you. What's up? Talk to
Okay,
me.
so the Mac Squad started during COVID. I was a 9 to 5. I'm 9 to 5. Usually, I'm a publicist and
Okay.
also a recruiter. So I help people find jobs, things like that, and through with different companies and branding. And that's my
Cool.
niche. I
Okay.
love
Okay.
it. Okay, so with all that, I'm a fitness guru. I've always been a trainer. I'm certified in insanity, Beachbody insanity. So I've always had these little things that I do for fun, and I've always been really good at it. But I never really touched. I touched lots of people, and then I'd say, okay, back to 9 to 5. COVID came, and
Right.
COVID was a blessing. The pandemic was an absolute blessing because people decided that they weren't leaving their home and they weren't happy with the 15 pounds that they gained
Right. Yeah.
or
Which
the
is
30.
really yeah. If I was to say 15, that's good. I gained 20 pounds in it, and this is what I do for a living. Like it's crazy. I lost it all, but I
Right.
gained that because it's different. You know what I mean? Like my husband is home. He's working from home. I have this thing. I don't put junk food in the house.
Okay.
Um, like mostly chips, because chips are my crack.
Me too.
They
All
just be calling
flavors.
my name. I don't care what kind it is. I can never eat just
Yes.
one. Girl, they could be down in the pantry. I'm upstairs in my bedroom, but they like, Elizabeth,
And you'll get up and go get them.
get
That's
up
the
and go get them.
part. Like you'll go up and get them, but you don't want to get up and get anything else. But
No,
you'll go get those chips at like 2 a.m.
I will. I will. And my husband called me a little rat. He like, you always scurrying down there like a like a little rat, always down
Oh,
there.
I think it's the crunch. I wonder if it's the crunch. I'm
I
not
like
sure
the
what
crunch
it
and salty. I'm a salty girl. I can pass up sweets all I'm not a sweet girl.
is.
I'm salty. So it's so crazy. And so my husband have all that now at the house. And so I'm like, just like I've never had chips in my life. Like, get it over here. So I had to really, I said, please, 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 please don't buy, because he'll buy me my favorite kind of chips. And then I eat my favorite chips. And then I eat his chips.
Oh,
I eat
you had a buffet. It was like all these options.
That's what I'm talking about. It was a buffet of chips. That's what I do. You see what I'm saying? But it's so funny because we do those things, and like you said, it's a lifestyle. That's my whole thing. I'm misfit one lifestyles because and it's okay when I was asking you when you say you do wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering what you meant by that because I don't ever say we do wrong, right? I
Mm-hmm.
eat what I want to eat. And I feel a lot of times people put a bad thing on it and they feel shame and, I did something bad, and they beating their self, but I feel, because I don't know if you know, I have lost over 115 pounds and I've kept it off. Thank you, girl. So I don't say things like, it was wrong about I eat the chips. I ate the chips. Damn
Yeah,
it, I ate the chips.
yeah, I'm with
And
you.
I keep it pushing. So
Yeah.
I think that a lot of times people associate bad to some things and good. So we
Yeah.
have a sense of at least I know me, have a sense of guilt with food. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? How people turn to food and this is bad or good. And I don't think there's any, thing that's really outrageous. It's just everything in moderation. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Do you think?
you have to fix it's more like you said, maybe it's not wrong, you're correct. It's more along the lines of the habit piece of it.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
habit. Because what I was saying was the client was like, wow, everybody's seeing progress.
Mhm.
And she wasn't. It was this is another client, and she wasn't
Mhm.
seeing progress. And she
Mhm.
works really hard. She works out twice a day, and she's just like, Tasha, what is it? And I'm like, okay, let's chat. give me a call. Well, let's go over your tracking. So we'll look
Right.
at her tracking. We'll look at her food. And she's like, I'm doing this. I'm counting my calories and I'm doing this. And I'm like, okay, girl, good job. And then I'm like, what about your water? And
Mhm.
she's like, I had 16 ounces this day and I had 16 a day. One day. It was
Mhm.
like, girl, you need to drown yourself. You have to drown. You need
You
to
need a
drink.
little bit more than that.
Right. And then, so then I had to go into the whole thing, what happens to the body when you're working out, what
Hmm.
happens to the body when you're eating, and just what we need to live off of water, you
Right.
know? And once she realized that, it just started changing
I love that.
all
I love
everything.
that. I love that because
Yeah,
that's true. It all works together. And what I try to tell my clients, because like we were saying, microwave, we want everything quick, right?
right,
Um, I tell them that they didn't get that size overnight. They was dedicated
right.
to that size. Y'all worked hard for this. You know what I mean? Like I worked hard for a size 24. I didn't give up. I ain't quit on
Right.
myself. I'm no quitter.
Stop it. I was really good at what I did.
Girl, I'm going out. I'm going all in.
Dedicated. No,
You
you're
know?
right though. It's funny because
Mhm.
I just said that to someone. I was like, "Oh, I don't mean you harm, but that's a lot of weight. You can't come to me talking about I need to lose 60 pounds and think I'm gonna get that off
Right.
tomorrow.
You
That's
go
just a
drink
lot."
that tea.
Yeah. Oh, girl, that's a whole nother story. I'm not even gonna get on that.
Girl, look, you saw how I put my hand like, huh? Let's talk about it, girl.
Oh my
And
God, the tea thing, girl. I respect everyone's hustle. Okay,
bam.
I respect it, but um, no, I'm not with
See,
it.
here's what I say to people when they say, oh, I did this and I did, because they got 1,001 diets and fads and instant this and instant that. So I tell them, everything works when you work in it.
That's it.
You know what I mean? But once you stop working it and go back to your homeostasis, your regular, your normal, it ain't gonna work anymore. So you are absolutely right when you said it's the habits. It's
It's a
what
habit.
we
Like
need to. Mhm.
I say to them while we're working out, when I'm training them, I say, and they hate it, I think, because they're starting to like repeat, you know how kids do with their parents, they repeat
Mhm.
things. So I'm like, oh,
Mhm.
y'all don't like it when I say that. But a friend of mine told me the other day, I'm starting to do boot camp classes because they're more advanced. And so she said, to be honest with you, what pushes me is when you tell me you can do anything in 30 seconds. You
For
can do
30 seconds,
anything
yeah,
for
absolutely.
60 seconds. Well, how about this? You can do anything for 21 days, and it takes 21 days to create a habit. So
Well, that's what they say,
that's what they
and
say.
and
But
and
it's on its
yeah,
way. It's on its way. If you're
yes,
halfway there and you're only drinking water, and
right,
let's say you've cut your calories in terms of I don't drink calories, so So I
okay.
I don't, and I don't get me wrong. I would love a Mountain Dew. Don't get me wrong. Okay,
Look, I'm going.
okay. I would
That's
love
not
Mountain.
chips.
Yeah, it's chips though. Now I would take chips before I take Mountain Dew. Or my mama's sweet tea. All those
Okay.
things,
Yes. See.
delicious. But
Mm-hmm.
the way my body is set up, and that's another thing, it's all about how your personal body is set up.
Right.
So, you may have a homegirl, she eats everything.
And she
Don't
this
get
big.
nothing. Yeah, she has 6 kids. She's like this.
Like, I hate you.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm over
I'm
here
eating
running
the
6 miles.
celery. Look, I'm eating the celery and I gain weight looking at you. What?
I'm
Isn't
like,
that
don't
crazy?
be like that. You can't be, you have to, that's why I say be your own body goes like,
That's right.
you have to understand that what works for Tasha may not work for you.
Absolutely.
So we got to figure out what works for you. But in the meantime, I want your mental to be right. And I learned that that was what I was missing in my fitness journey. And that's what I've decided is the track to my purpose.
I love that. So when you started getting into meditation, I recently started doing listen, I'm ADD all day long. Like I'm ADD and my husband is ADHD. I don't know how we together, I don't know how that
It
works, but
works. It works.
but it's so crazy. I started doing meditation every morning before
Okay.
I even do anything else. And I do the little app. And so I do my meditation and then I do my other stuff and then I get up. But that meditation was very hard for me.
Mhm.
So when you decided to not only do meditation, but
Mhm.
then get certified,
Yeah.
what made that connection for you?
I'm gonna be very honest. I'm all
Talk
about
to me.
transparency. About I'll say a little about it's been a year now, year and a half. I had a moment where I got back from Atlanta. I travel a lot. My sister, my best friend,
Oh,
Danielle, she's also my manager somehow, and it's a very interesting
I
relationship
love
now. But
that.
she's my sister, my business partner. I was visiting her. I came home, and a lot was just going home at home, and and I'm everything to everyone. And I don't know how to say no. At the time, I
Oh,
didn't
look at
understand.
my face was like, wow.
Now, completely different. Don't worry. I'm
Right.
okay. So, but
I
with
think it
that,
comes with age for some people,
oh
right?
my God, I
Mm-hmm.
told someone that. I told
Mm-hmm.
someone that I met a woman, I met someone, she's a close friend now, and she was like, girl, the closer you get to 40, you're just going to be like, oh, it don't matter. And I
Right.
didn't believe it, and I'm closer and closer to 40, and I believe it, and I'm embodied with it.
Right. I'm almost 50.
You look
So
so amazing.
oh, thank you. But I'm like a year or two. I'm 48. Yeah, a couple of years. Oh, I'm almost 49. Oh, Lord.
Mhm.
Anyway, I was always the one who said no. Like, I am, I have to learn to say yes because no is my first thing. I'm a no person on everything. No, no,
Nice.
no, no. And
That-
then sometimes I mess up my own blessings. Like,
yeah, right.
my daughter said,
You
Mom,
blocking blessings. What are you
my
doing?
own blessing. Mom, you want me to do your hair? I'm like, no. Oh, wait, huh? You wanna wash my hair? Okay.
That's my sister. Yeah.
Isn't that does she do that?
Yes, it's bad. I'd be like, hey, wait, you don't know what I'm gonna say. You
I'm
don't know
no
what
all
we're gonna do.
I have to work on trying to say yes. I'm a
So
no.
I was really bad. I mean, anything, and I have cousins. I mean, I'm sorry, I have nieces and nephews. I have a sister and a brother. I have best friends, a husband and one child, and he's a basketball player for AU, and he plays for his high school. And so literally, I was, yeah, I got it. We'll do it. I'll figure it out. Yeah. I hit rock bottom. Hit rock
Yeah.
bottom. Was no good. Anxiety through the roof. Didn't understand what was going on with myself. I got a therapist. He's amazing.
Yeah.
Right now, he's turned into a life coach, more along the lines. But I realized and he's the one who introduced me to it. And he said, you have to learn how to be still.
Right.
It's the stillness. And I'm like, you're kidding me. I
Yeah.
can't sit still, close my eyes. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna fall asleep. He's like,
All
well,
right.
maybe get sleep. He's like, do whatever you need to do. So I started to tapping into it. And honestly, let me be very honest, when I first started, I would sleep. So I would
Okay. You was real meditated. You was all in. Look, when you do it, you do it. You
dedicated, just like we talked about that weight. I was just like that. Yep. And I'd wake up and be like 2 hours later. I'm like, oh my God, I have
I was
so much.
I was meditating. Or you get through and say amen. That's me. Amen.
All
I
that.
was
I
I
believe
was
in all that.
praying.
All that just happened. Or like I tell the parents at the basketball games, and they're like, "Oh crap, I missed that shot." No, you don't ever miss a shot. You just say you saw it. So,
Right.
oh baby, it was great. It was great. You can get
Thumbs up. You know, you be smile. Girl, we just aren't we all a hot mess?
that's me.
And then you like, what happened? What they do, huh?
Tell one of my friends, I'll be like, "Was that Elijah?" She'd be like, "Yeah, girl." I'm like, "Oh yes, baby, good job." You would never know. No, so yeah, that's kind of how I got into meditation, and then it completely turned my anxiety inside out. I
Hmm.
didn't need the medication. I didn't need anything, to be very honest. I realized that I needed to be still, and I needed
Right.
to understand that I had to take time for me. And the same time that I put into everyone else, if I didn't put in time for Tasha, then guess what?
Yeah, Tasha down. Tasha down. Black
Yeah,
Hawk down. Black Hawk down. That's what we said.
that's real talk. And I tell
Yeah.
my ladies that at the end of our cool downs on our squads, we have like a cool down session, and I tell them, like, thank yourselves for this 30 minutes, thank yourselves for this 45, because you did this for you. Like,
Absolutely.
this is your time.
you got a you made a very good point when you said, you have to take time for yourself. If you do not take time for yourself,
Mm,
listen, I believe in God,
me too.
and he will sit your butt down, because I'm one of them people, like, I'm a go go go, and I'm like, oh yeah, it hurt a little bit, yeah, I'm all right though. Girl, he's like, sit your tail down. Like,
He's like, oh, you want to play this game?
oh
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, he did that with me all the time. He's always
It's crazy how that is, right? I think, and one of my prayers is to, I always say, listen, God, I don't catch clues. Like, if the bush caught on fire, I'm like, oh, that bush caught on fire. If a rooster is croaking, I'm like, oh, I need a big slap in the head. You know what I mean? You need to just hit me. And he be listening, because I say that, and then when he do it, I'm like, you ain't have to do that.
get it. Like I get it. Okay. You're right though. It's those. That's it. That's it. And I tell them all the time. I'm like, all right, y'all. I don't react much to anything anymore. That's another thing meditation has done. I mean, I react. I have emotions,
Right?
but
Yeah.
I mean, it's more like I let things process, and then I'm like, okay, well, we'll figure it out. And I think it's funny because like in the beginning, he's like, you're so mild mannered. You're so
I see. Yeah.
I'm so opposite, and I don't know if it's because I'm just so mellow yellow now. It's
Did you
so
just meditate for like 2 hours?
I
No.
did like not for 2 hours, but look, but I did need to. Life is a little crazy around here today, so I needed to kind of bring it in. And
Right.
after you, I'm gonna go for a run, and that's another thing. Running is my first love.
I was
So
gonna ask you, what is your favorite cardio?
yeah.
No, no, running is not my first. Listen,
It's not a lot of
Wait,
people. I'm
wait,
gonna be honest. I'm gonna be real honest with this.
talk there.
In our culture, I don't really see. I mean, there's Black Girls Run organization, Girls Trek. There's a lot of African American organizations that promote it. We don't like to run.
Listen, here's the thing. And listen, y'all can't see this beautiful chocolate young woman on this thing. This is black girl magic at its finest right here. You know what I'm saying? She is so adorable. But when we talk about, I don't see black women, and we keep it on Misfit One, we're gonna be 100%, because it's the truth. And we didn't work out a lot. Black women, period, just did not do that. And it was because our men like a stick, or
Yep.
whatever.
Okay.
But I used to train the Marines. I used to train the Marines. So I ran all the
Oh.
time.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why, I just don't like it. It's not like I can't do it. I could do it and be done. I just, like, I don't enjoy it.
Yeah.
And then I had to have surgery on my knee because I ran track and all that other stuff. So it
Mm-hmm.
was really, and then when I went to go in for my surgery, and the sports doctor that I had said, listen, you don't ever have to run,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, what'd you say? Huh? Like, what'd you say?
Right.
Say what? Can you?
Right.
Yeah. And then he went on to explain, we weren't built to run long periods of time and all this stuff. And I didn't actually, he could have told me anything at that point, because I'm like, all right, then I ain't gonna run.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah, but I love people who, I see people running and I'm like, yay, go, yes. But let me tell you, I have never saw a runner with a smile on their face. Never running down the street with a smile on their face. But I like riding bikes, and you see people riding their bike and they be smiling.
Yeah, I'm the one that you wave at, and I'm the one that's my
You
mom's
smile.
like you ever notice? I have a friend that says she sees you running. Whenever she sees you, she honks the horn, and you just smiling and run. And
That's good.
I mean, I go in a zone. I don't
Yeah.
care about my speed. And to be very honest, I'm an ex cheerleader. So I used to cheer for years. I mean, from the age of 5 until 20. So cheerleading is in my blood. I was a
Right.
flyer. I did flips, all that good stuff, and I was a coach. I coached for a while.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, I was always athletic, is what I'm saying. I played tennis. I've always been athletic, but something about running. You too?
Yeah, I played tennis. I was a cheerleader too, but it just didn't fit me. Look,
Tennis?
I,
You like
I
tennis?
love tennis. I play tennis now. Play
Oh, me
tennis.
too. I've been
Um,
trying to get my son into it. It's
mhm.
just the strategy around it all, and he's okay, but he like hates playing with me.
How old is your son?
He's 14.
Oh, how cute.
He's it's cute, but he's taller than me, and he sounds like a man, so it's not.
Oh, yeah, it happens. My son, I only have one son. I have two girls, and my boy is in the middle. My son
Mm,
is 25 years old. He's married and he has a baby. Like it just blows my mind that my son,
has a baby.
it just don't seem right to
A
me.
lot to take in.
They're right, and I'm like, and my oldest daughter just turned 30,
Mm.
um, on the 10th of October.
Mm-hmm.
So that's also like it's some weird, stuff going on right here. Like I'm gonna have to start meditating more.
You may. You may. You made me too. I tell people I'm like the days that my kid sees me meditate in the morning and at the night, I know he's like, let me leave her alone.
Yeah.
She meditated more than once today. Something's going. I
Listen.
hear that music in the background because that's me. So yeah,
Uh-huh.
I do. I just love running, man. I
My
love running.
daughter does too, though. She loves
Yeah, I
running.
love running, but I will say I cannot sit on this this thing and not talk about my extreme obsession with spinning. I'm obsessed with getting on my spin bike.
I was a spin instructor for so long.
Shut
I
up.
had a studio. That was my studio in California. It was Fitness Range, and it was a
Oh,
spin studio, and of course training and yoga and like I have a Peloton now. I love my Peloton.
I do. I have to
You,
get your leaderboard name.
yeah, we gotta follow each other. Girl, you know my name, Misfit One. I'm
Oh,
on
Miss
there all the
Colen. Oh, I'm
time.
tripping. Yeah, I'm tripping. Sorry.
Girl, I
Mine
love
is
it.
not Tasha Mack. I probably need to change it. Weirdly enough, mine is T Boogie Spins. But
I
I,
like that. Don't change it. T Boogie Spins. T Boogie
girl,
Spins.
let me tell you, T Boogie gets on. It goes in my. I have a little gym in my house, my little room. I go in that room. I shut the door, and I swear I could ride like 4 or 5 rides back. I ain't had nothing to do. I got
Oh
things
yeah,
to do.
no.
Yeah,
Listen, nah, no.
that's not you.
Again, I'm almost 50. You're almost 40. You know what I'm saying? Things change. Things change when you get older. I
It's
guess.
the music. It's the music. I
And
love
they are so
music.
motivating. Who's your favorite instructor?
Oh gosh. Tunde
I
is my
love
favorite
Tunde.
instructor. Kendall is my new thing. I love Kendall. She's great.
Okay.
And Alex, but my boo piece is Cody Rixby. Have you
Girl,
ever
that's what I was waiting for. I love me some Cody. Put your wig on. Hold on tight, boo.
what did he like? Throw it to the back.
He was
Okay,
like,
right.
shake your titties. He said, yeah, I said it. I'm like, oh my gosh, he is hilarious.
I turn
I
the volume all the way up. You hear me? I be in there like I'm in the
He
club.
makes me laugh so hard. And you know that now I have dance.
Yeah. Who
And
you
did
talking
you do
about?
his dance one?
I haven't he did he has one?
He
I
has one.
don't
Him and
Is it
Emily.
Allie Love or is it
No,
the other
Emily
oh,
Lovewell.
Emma? Emma
Emma,
Love.
yeah, Emma Lovewell. Yeah, girl, my daughter had told me about when I say my daughter, I'm talking about my youngest, Allie.
Okay,
She'll be 21 in a couple of weeks.
okay.
Um, so she does them a lot too. And so, Ma, you have to try that one and this one, and they are so fun.
Really? The dance?
I
Oh
do it like on a Saturday, like when I don't have anything to do while we're just sitting around, I'll put it on. And my husband's like, you cannot just sit your tail down.
well, I love the whole Peloton digital app. Oh my God. So I can do yoga. I'm getting certified right now to be a yoga
I
instructor.
was just about to ask you about your yoga.
Oh, I can't wait. So I'm about to be well, I have a lot while to go. That's a very interesting study, the yoga practice.
Listen, tell me about it because that's the only thing like I'm not certified in, and I don't think I'm in the right like. You know what I'm trying to say. Like, and
Because my sister has the same conversation with herself.
okay.
She bought the curriculum so that we could go to school, and she's like, she can't do it. She's like, I'm not going. I can't do it, girl. She's like, I'm not in the right mindset.
I don't, yeah, I want to be like, I just started doing yoga again. Like, I picked it up because one of those moments that God said, sit down.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, listen, I'm on TV with a sports bra all the time, so I can't just sit down. I can't.
You're
I
like,
can't.
hey, listen, God. So,
Let's negotiate. Let's negotiate. What can I do?
right.
And my doctor was the one who said, you should probably do yoga because at least I'm like yoga. And I got into it. I was into it a lot, and then I stopped. I've been back to it. I do it at least 2 times a week.
Have you tried the Peloton yoga?
That's what I do.
Okay. Yeah. Have
I
you done? You do Chelsea? Do you have you
I do
tried?
Chelsea Jackson Robinson or Robinson Jackson.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Jackson Roberts, I think.
Yes,
She's
yeah,
great. She's phenomenal.
she is.
She's great, and I do it. I do yoga every day, but I feel like I have to because I have sessions, or that's what I call my Mack squad sessions. I have about 6 to 7 pods, so they're pods of groups of people who wanted to work out. So a lot of times I find that people are like, I don't want anyone to see me.
Right.
I don't want to be virtual because that means someone's going to see me work out. So I decided to make it a little bit more personal. You come to me with your group of friends. I'll work you guys out.
Yeah, that's
Just you, me and
yeah.
you. And so that's what I do. And that's how we create squads. They have their own names. They have Petty Physique, Queen Physique. I'm shouting them out. The Unstoppables, Flabulous,
I love it.
Soul Sisters. Yeah, I'm missing some. But and then we all meet once a month. There's this huge meeting on Zoom, and we have a private app where we all talk. And I give them weekly work. I give them daily workouts if we don't meet. And yeah, that's my girls, and
I
they're
love
awesome.
that. I really do. Um, when you say how you do the little pods,
Mhm.
it's so important. Especially like people who really don't, how can that is not their lifestyle yet.
Mhm.
um it's so important to have a team. It's
Mhm.
so important. I call mine a tribe.
Mhm.
So we have the misfit tribe,
Mhm.
right? And it's so great because when women get together, we support each other and grow together, and it is just such a powerful thing, not only physically but also mentally. Have you found that with your groups?
Yes, I've told someone the other day I would have never imagined how powerful they have become together,
Hmm.
and mentally they are just this large. They're just this large, powerful strength to me too. They put
Yes.
prayer quotes in our private app. They're honestly, it's like a little ministry almost, and
Right, right.
it's amazing. It's so amazing.
Well, let's say where people can find you and connect with you. Now we'll do it again at the end, but while they,
Yeah.
because I know they probably saying, "Where the squad at? How can I
Yeah.
find her?"
Tasha Mack Fitness, www.tashaMackFitness.com. That's where you can find me online. You can go to my Instagram at Tasha Mack Fit. And Facebook is Tasha Mack Fitness. So that's where I am. You can sign up for a pod, or we do Facebook challenges. I do free Facebook challenges every month, different ones. A 5 day intermittent fasting. People love the water challenge where we
I
set
saw
a
the
water.
water challenge. Yeah,
They love
that's cool.
that. We set a goal. We do a guns and buns challenge where I give you exercises. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yep. Tons of fun things. I try to keep us active.
Yeah, yeah. That is so fun. And
Mhm.
was when you go to her Instagram, guys, it's all kind of good fun things. I saw you had shrimp and avocado the other girl. Now, how is your diet? What is your look? What does your diet look like?
I this is gonna sound crazy. I don't like to eat, girl. I don't like to eat. I'm not an eater, and that's not good.
Listen, you see, I went dead silent.
Like I don't know nothing about that. I'm
Me
sorry.
neither. I don't look. I don't know. You know about it. I have never not wanted to eat. Like,
Yeah, I'm that girl. I'll give me some yogurt and granola and some fruit. I'm good. That's not
well,
enough.
yeah, I could do that. Yeah, but just not eat. No.
I can
Mm-mm.
go a couple days without eating meat, but that's not the key because that's not what I coach. That's not what I preach. You need to eat, especially if you're going to be active. You need to eat the
Right.
right things,
Right.
etc. So I'm in love with egg whites. I love avocado. I love shrimp. I do love shrimp, and I love.
Right. I haven't had meat in almost a year
Really,
now.
I've seen
Only
that.
because Well, listen, I say if it don't bother you, it's not a big deal. But if your body can handle it, eat it. But my body, I never liked steak.
Mhm.
Never as a kid. I just couldn't.
You
I
really
don't.
don't.
I couldn't do it. Like I couldn't do it, which was horrible because I grew up in Texas, and
Oh,
you
man.
know it's steak everything. And my
Oh,
dad is
yeah.
like, "You gonna eat that steak?" I'm like,
You're going to eat all of it.
I can't. I could chew it up and then take it out, chew it, and then he's like, "No." So never liked steak.
Mhm.
And like the only meat that I really ate was like chicken.
Okay.
But every time I would eat chicken, my stomach would hurt, like it would cramp up, and it
Yeah.
just didn't digest well. So I said, I'm gonna just see, because you know how you do eliminating
Yeah.
things to see what is happening. So I was like, I'm
Mhm.
gonna eliminate chicken, and so I did that for like a week, and I realized, wait, I didn't have anything like.
Eat it. Mhm.
Wait, I didn't have any issues with my stomach all week. And so then I just was like, whatever, you know, um, it's it's not difficult when you say you
Mhm.
go a couple of days without meat. It's not a people don't miss it really
Not when you get used
when
to it,
you
and you
mhm.
and I, like you said, I don't. Me and chicken don't really get along anymore. Weirdly enough, I just don't have a taste for it.
Right.
I don't have a taste for it anymore. So it's only seafood really for me.
That's what I eat.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I can do seafood and red meat. I have not seen red meat in a very long time. So I what I'll do is I'll make something for my son because I don't he hasn't chose to live that route. And my
Right.
husband, he doesn't really want to do that either. So I'll still cook for them, but yeah, I don't, like I said, I don't drink my calories. I like unsweetened drinks. I love unsweetened tea with
Right.
honey and lemon. That's just something I'm just so used to it.
Correct. It's good though. It really is good.
I love it.
Uh-huh. I didn't even know what sweet tea was until I moved here. I moved here from
Really?
California, and I'm like, what is this? Like, why? Oh, it makes me
Like
feel
that.
like my hey girl, I feel like my teeth rotten as I'm swallowing it. My teeth are going. My teeth are rotting right now. I can't do it. But it's so crazy because people who were raised on it,
I was raised on it.
yeah, they it's no big
My
deal.
mom comes to my house to make sweet tea for my son,
Oh, that's
and the
so
other,
awesome.
she loves him so much. And what's funny is the other day, I guess they made sweet tea, and I was gonna use like sugar for. I put sugar in their spaghetti, so I was gonna use sugar for the spaghetti. And the sugar, and we don't use sugar often, so it
Right.
should have been a lot. It was like gone. So I'm like, "Where's the sugar?" And Elijah's like, "Yeah, Mama came and made me sweet tea." I'm like, "She put that much sugar in it?"
Let me
Oh,
see your teeth. Let me check your teeth right
like
now.
she's about to take you to the dentist. That's what she's gonna do. When you're paying when your feet and your teeth hurt, she's taking you. I'm not taking you.
Right. Mama taking you.
Mama's
Mama.
yeah.
That is so cute. Because
Yeah.
it's I used to make my spaghetti like that too. Look, my
Mhm.
daughter said my youngest says, it was like my mom before and after, right? So she really don't
True.
remember too much of the before me because she
Before.
was probably like 5 when I made the change. But
Mhm.
my
That
oldest
makes
two
sense.
were all in, and I used to come from, I came from the South. I moved to California and turned 18 out there.
Mhm.
And I'm Creole, girl, I would cook up some food, but it wasn't good for me. So now I changed my palate. Things like when you were saying your spaghetti, I laugh because I make spaghetti, but I don't eat any sauces. So
Mhm.
my daughter was reading an article and she was saying, why are they talking about go sauceless spaghetti? She's like, I don't understand. What sauces do you have? Because she's never had spaghetti sauce. So she was like, I don't understand what they're talking about. Like, what sauces would they put on a spaghetti? And I was like, yeah, it's spaghetti sauce. She's like, I've never heard it because I make my own little thing. So
Yeah.
it's funny how when you grow up one way,
Yeah. It's crazy because he hasn't had pork because I don't eat pork. I've never in my 14 years I don't dine. I call it don't dine on swine. It's just a personal choice, and so he
right?
doesn't know. He just knows my mom says I can't eat it. Now I gotta tell my husband he may have gotten some from somewhere for
But
friends,
not from my,
but
that's
not from my
exactly
house. Not from my house. He's not gonna get it from here. His kids won't get it from here. I don't know what to tell
correct.
him. It won't be from here. But and he's very athletic, so he runs with us. We do push-ups all around the house. We do burpees for
I
fun.
love it. I
Burpee
love it.
contest. So, but
I
that's all he
love that.
knows.
Yeah, that's my,
Knows.
it's so crazy. The one Allie who was raised with this mom,
His
she's
mom,
very active.
yeah,
She eats well, like we'll talk and she's cutting up her stuff and how are
yeah.
you gonna, and we are, she's my little mini me.
Yeah,
And my other ones are like, they can if they want to.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
But
my sister will be like, somebody will be like, "Do you run like your Steve?" She's my baby sister. She'll be like, "Do you run like your sister?" She'd be like, "Run from what?" When
I'm with
like,
your sister. Hey, look, nobody can catch me because I'm fast, but it got to be important.
so yeah, I get it. It's amazing, but it's a good thing that we create that. Like I encourage the Mac squad. They're moms. Some of them are moms. I encourage them. They're like, "I'm sorry, my daughter keeps walking by. Girl, come on and get in here and do these with us." And so now the kids are working out with us. We'll see kids, and I'm like, and I know the kids' names now. So I'm like, "Go, Kennedy." And I'm like,
Oh,
and then
cute.
one girl told her mom the other day, "It's not like that. It's like this." And I'm like, you know what? She's right. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you. I'm gonna send you your money. I'm gonna send. You're hired. I
Yeah,
like it.
I said she's my assistant. Don't pay her no mind. She's fine. So I love it because, but whether we know it or not, we are building that lifestyle in these kids for
Absolutely.
the next generation.
And that's one of the things too I want to talk to you about when we were saying about in our culture.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's also they say, oh, we just big boned.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah.
have everybody in our family have high blood pressure. Everybody in our family is this, but it's not because I had high blood pressure too when I was 250 pounds.
Right.
But when I lost weight, I didn't have to take that anymore.
Right.
So a lot of times they think it's genetics, but
Mm-hmm.
it's actually cultural, what
So
we learn to eat. And and it's so crazy because my dad is 85 years old and my dad always had a six pack. I'm built like my dad, like I'm a
mm-hmm.
little boy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know, like, like why? So my dad is he was very ripped, and he had a six pack and all this stuff, and he made us eat well. We always had the whole thing, but they prepared it differently, right?
Okay.
Ham hocks and the greens, fried chicken. You
So
know what I'm
down south,
saying?
down south. I got you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you know what I'm saying? We ate it up.
Yeah.
We ate it up. But then when I made the change and I became a nutritionist and I would talk to my dad about like, hey dad, why don't you try this? And he has actually changed his habits as well, which I think is like really cool because when, at that age, you're like,
Like my grandma says, I'm old now. What I gotta? She's like, why I gotta do all that? I'm like, okay, because you're not supposed to eat a brownie in the morning. That's the habit.
that's our breakfast. You stopping her
It's
from
a
being
habit.
great. Like, wait a minute.
She's a piece of work. Okay. So she probably hates the fact that her oldest granddaughter is a trainer and I specialize in this, but I'm not okay with your brownie eating in the morning. No.
Right. Yeah.
But I
Please
agree with
don't.
you with my parents. They have made extreme changes.
Yeah.
Mom joined one of my squads. And it's funny because with the way the squad have calendars and they go in there and get their Zoom info.
Hmm.
But my mom like pops into different squads now. And I can't even tell her no because she's my mama. So
I know.
I'll see it pop up and I'm like, is that my
My
mom?
mama, like mama, that's
I'm
so
like,
cute though. That's
you've
a
already done this workout, Mom. What are you doing? Can I come and do it again? Yes, yes. What am I say? No.
oh.
So they're like full speed ahead. And my dad, I had a Nike challenge, a Nike app running app challenge.
Mhm,
You could
mhm.
run and walk. I needed people to run or walk 31 miles by the 29th of October for my cousin. He was killed by gun violence in January,
Oh, so
and he
sorry,
would be
babe.
31 on October 29th. And so we did 31 miles. My dad is done. He did it in 11 days.
Go, daddy. Go, daddy. He said he ain't
He
got time to
beat
waste for
me.
that. He ain't got time to waste for that. Let me go and
Uh,
do this here. knock
Girl,
it out.
he sent me the leaderboard one morning. I'm like, what is? He's like, I'm catching up to you, girl. Next day, he was like, I'm locked in. I'm like, you're locked into what? What are you talking about?
Yeah, what am I missing? What's going on?
So I love it because if that means it's gonna keep them here with me a little bit longer, I'm all in.
Right, right, right. And that's what I wanted to, you know, we talk about how fitness can
Mhm.
change your family. I mean, and it's little bitty things. It doesn't have to be a drastic thing. So for everybody out here, you was talking about yoga.
Mm.
And now that you're being certified, what does that journey look like?
It's deep. They say the yoga journey is very deep. It's very mental, and it's a lot. It's connected to meditation.
Hmm.
Actually, it should be the sister of it, I guess, or
Hmm. Hmm.
very well connected.
Yeah.
But it's just very deep. It helps you find who you are too. And that's when I kind of discovered that I am. I needed to calm down a little bit, and
Yeah.
I needed the moment. Even if I do 20 to 30 minutes with Chelsea or one of the other yoga
Hmm.
instructors, and then I study. I try to study every day. It's very hard to study, of course, because I have to be in the right mind space to study for yoga.
That's what I was going to ask you. Like you said, it's very deep, right? And that's the only thing. I am not like, I'm a certified personal trainer, and as a trainer, I can do group, I do spin, I'm a
Yeah.
nutritionist, life coach. I could do all those things, but not yoga.
You gotta
I
have time for it mentally. When I say
Right.
time, I don't mean time. Like you gotta have mental time to
Uh-huh.
say. So I scheduled it where I'm like on Sundays. Sundays is self care Sunday for me. So everyone gets a meditation. I put it on Instagram, so you'll have a meditation moment with me. But that's it. I don't post nothing. I don't do nothing else. I just study and literally. I know it's gonna sound crazy, but then
No.
I go run 5 miles, or I get on my bike for two
Right.
hours. I do
Yeah.
whatever the heck I want to do.
Right.
I lay on the ground like this for hours. I do whatever Tasha
Right.
wants to do. I eat popcorn. I love popcorn. I eat
I
popcorn.
eat that probably almost every night.
Really? Of
We
course.
Yeah, I do every night. Just about every night, because we watching when we have when he's
Mhm.
done, we watch a movie or whatever, because
Yeah.
we're empty nesters, and
Mhm.
I'm always like, ooh, we should get some popcorn.
That's me for everything. I'm like, Tyler's coming on Sunday. Let's get some popcorn. I'm like, let's watch Girlfriends. Can you
You
pop some
get some
popcorn?
popcorn? You wait, but don't hit play yet. Let me go get the popcorn. Hey, wait a minute. You all fast.
I'm
And
not.
my
It's
husband,
sparkling ice. I love sparkling ice. So I have sparkling ice to the right, and I got my popcorn, and I eat like lots of it too. Like I got to stop myself, but it's so good.
it's good. And I think that's my substitute for my chips,
I was gonna
because
say,
it's salty and it's crunchy, so I'm satisfied, and it don't have all the calories as the chips, so I'm satisfied. My body don't know any different. I'm happy with it. And
let's not talk about chips anymore because I really want some chips
me
now.
too. I shouldn't have said it again.
I still might get some, but I'm just saying.
Look, I'm gonna go ahead and send you that message. Look,
I'm gonna take a picture of my chips. I'm sorry. It's bad.
listen.
My dad claims it's hereditary. He swears it's hereditary. I'm like, Dad, how's it hereditary? Literally, like all of my family members are like obsessed with chips. Like on
Really?
Thanksgiving, we talk about like different flavors. Tell me that's not weird. They'd be like, Did you try? Because you know, chips is getting out of hand.
Wait,
They got all
wait.
different kinds of chips now.
They
They got like
do.
Philly steak and cheese chips. Like, how you
I
ever?
know. So my husband have you tried those veggie chips?
I don't like them.
Like, oh my gosh, I didn't like. He be trying to get some. One of them I didn't like, but he got uh, salt and vinegar one.
Oh, I haven't seen
It was
them.
salt and vinegar. Girl, I ate the whole. Uh, but listen,
Listen how we're talking about it. Listen how we're talking about
listen.
it.
Hey, this is for real. I ate the whole thing, and then I was embarrassed that I ate the whole thing. The whole can. So I put the empty can back up there.
And Eliza, that's what my 14-year-old does. I'm like, really? This is what are we gonna do with this?
What's so funny? Because he's not gonna eat it. He's not gonna touch it. I know he not. But I don't want him to think that. Dang, she ate that in one day. Like, I just put it up there, leave it up there for a few days, and then I'm like, oh, baby, let me.
strategic. So strategic. You're so strategic. I like it. I like it. But it's a serious addiction.
It's
It is.
true. It's
It's an
true.
addiction. I love it. I mean,
I'm addicted to it. Well, my dad was addicted to sweets. My dad eats sweets like crazy, like your grandma.
yeah,
He would
yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
brownies anytime. So
Yeah.
my dad's a farmer. So
Okay.
I was raised on a farm. He would get up really early
Mm-hmm.
and then he would go work hard all day. And at night he eats so much sweets.
Oh, he
So
deserved it.
yeah, but I don't know how he can do that. Like it's just not my thing. But I could do that with chips.
I could do that with chips. I have to
Mhm.
put them away. My husband will be like, he'll move them. Like we'll
Right.
be at the kitchen table. He'll be like, okay, thank you.
Or at the restaurants, you go to a Mexican restaurant and they put them chips there, girl.
With the white chip. I
I
like
know.
it.
I said, please don't get another basket. No, they keep bringing. I'm like, no, don't do that. But
It's
listen,
bad because I ordered a salad from a Mexican restaurant the other day, and they delivered it here, and it came with chips. And so, I had a salad,
bonus.
so that doesn't really go with chips, but it does for me. I don't mind. So my son was eating the chips, and I was like, "Hey, like, can you save me some?" I was like,
What you do?
"Really?"
What you doing? Like you done lost your mind.
He looked offended. He was like, "Okay, mom, I'm gonna say so."
Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Dang, you always eating my chips. Isn't it funny though? And that's what's good for people to know. You can do these things. It's a lifestyle.
I
So
told someone the other day, I was like, "I eat Chick-fil-A. I eat Chick-fil-A. Yeah, I do. I love Chick-fil-A, and their
yeah,
mac and cheese is amazing. I do."
yeah. And like you say, we all do it. So for the people who are listening, what kind of tip could you give them?
Oh,
Like for
see,
you, when you talk about self-care, I think that's really important. Do you have anything that you recommend?
yeah, self care. Just like I said before, the biggest gift is learning to take care of you. Take care of you like you take care of everybody else, whether you have a dog, a child, a husband, a boyfriend, a boo thing. The way you
Mhm.
take care of them, you need to take care of yourself. Take yourself on a date. Do whatever you need to do.
I love that.
Thanks.
Just that's just wisdom right there. That's how I do it.
I try.
Listen, I could talk to you all day because you are so delightful, so full of life. You like vibrating, girl. Just adore. I am so happy I got to meet you. We definitely have to stay in touch. Tell everybody again how we can stay in touch.
Yes, you can follow me at Tasha Mack Fit on Facebook, Tasha Mack Fitness, and you can definitely subscribe to TashaMackFitness.com for lots of good stuff and goodies.
Love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking time out. Now you're gonna go run. I'm gonna go do my Peloton,
I
and
might go get some chips first. Okay.
well, listen. This is what I'm gonna do because I'm dedicated. I'm gonna work out first, and then get my chips
I'm
because
gonna go eat some chips and then
running off. I understand it all.
I'm be real. I've just got just a few. Either they're Utz and it's sour cream and onion, and then I'm gonna drink my little power drink, and then I'm gonna go. I promise.
Like, oh my gosh, I gotta go get some now. I gotta go get some now.
Don't forget to follow me on your Peloton app so we can follow each other. That's
Definitely, definitely. I will get
or
your information.
I'll find you because I know what your name is.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, Misfit One on everything, Misfit One. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in and listening to all of us talking about these chips. It's so, but it's true. It's a lifestyle, and you deserve it. It's not wrong or bad. You can have whatever you want in moderation. And did you hear how she said she's going to go run and I'm going to do Peloton? That's how we do it. Till next week, stay fit.